Hey guys, thanks for stopping by the channel. So today I want to show you kind of what I've been working on. I was going to do a painted backdrop. Well, I'll show you how that ended up. So after watching several hours worth of tutorial videos on YouTube and learning a few of the techniques on painting a backdrop, I feel like I have the confidence to at least give this a try using those techniques. So I'm going to show you how I'm doing it. We'll see if it turns out. Okay guys, so here you go. Here's my painted backdrop. I'm just kidding, this is the start of it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I hate it. So I'm just gonna put up a photo backdrop. This is awful. All right, so I ended up going with my go-to. I have photo backdrop. I got it installed up here on the upper deck. I repainted the backdrop kind of a flat sky blue, and I'll show you the difference there. But I watched a couple videos and it said that that's real good for taking photos, which obviously I'm doing here, photos and videos, versus my other faded. I'll show you that where I faded the light into dark. It was a little glossier, but this is just kind of flat. You can see the backdrop there. And as I swing around here, you can see where it kind of goes from those big mountains into more of kind of a valley kind of area here. I think the pine trees will still work to tie it all together. So I used some tools to cut the foam out, the base foam out at the front of the layout and kind of slope everything from the front up in the back to give a little bit more depth. I built the retaining walls out of 1/8 inch masonite and then weathered them with the airbrush. This module that sets in the corner, I built out of 2-inch rigid foam, and then I built the foam rock face and painted it. I did all that out on the workbench and then slid it into place. There you can see it before it was finished. All of the pine trees, I tried about 4 different methods for making pine trees, and I really like the way that the variety here, it works really well. This wasn't the final orientation of the trees either. Here I got some of the ground scenic work done. I got the static grass. I put some gravels in. Still not done at this point. I think you can see the glue's still wet in this photo, but you can really see it start taking shape. In this photo here, I started adding more and more um, trees. I got trees in the foreground and in the background. It's just really starting to come together here. Again, I'm not done yet, but you can really see how things are coming together. I really like how that rock face turned out. So one of the other things that I've been working on is I've been using that 3D printer that I bought and set up to print a whole bunch of Jersey barrier slash K-rail, depending on the part of the country you live in, and some barrels. I painted those and then put some danger decals on that I had, and then I printed a excavator here in the back. I'm still working some of the kinks out on this, but the paint, I got to do a little touch up on the painting, but this is going to be pretty cool for working on a pit scene that I kind of have planned up here on the upper level of the layout. So one of the big things I've been spending a lot of time on is making trees. I've watched several videos on YouTube and everybody has the easiest way, but the technique that I found the easiest is on Southern Alberta Rails channel, and he's got this technique from spinning up these pine trees. He does it for deciduous trees. I think in his video they're called birch trees. But anyways, this is working out great. I'm still don't have it mastered, but I'm getting better at it. Here's a bunch of the pines. Here's a couple of tall pine trees that I did with 1/4 inch dowels and some 18 gauge wire for the branches, some static grass for the limbs, and then over on the right you can see some of the wire birch trees that I've tried. I still don't have it down yet, but I'm getting better at it. And the last thing that I'll show you that I've been working on is these trailers for hauling on the layout. So I got a lot of these at a train show, and some of them were kind of busted up, but I bought the whole lot for, I don't know, it was like 15 bucks, and I think I got 7 or 8 of these trailers. So those are two of the better ones. Here's two that were in rough shape. I repaired them as best I could and then painted them white. And then what I did is I got on my computer and I made some new decals to put on the sides of these. So I'm going to use this Maverick Transportation logo on the sides of these um, long trailers. And then I have a bunch of these Santa Fe. These were from like when I was a kid, but these almost look like, in the area where I live, FedEx has small truck trailers, and I'm going to make some of these with the FedEx logo on them, and then I can haul those on the railroad too, to just to make it more, kind of bring it up to date. So those are the things that I've been working on. Work will continue on the layout. It'll be a little bit slower during the summer. I'll try to give a monthly layout update, but I am going to shift gears into working out on the garden railroad. So any of you guys that are subscribed to the channel that are into the garden railroading stuff, I'm going to start going a lot heavier into that. The weather's finally getting nice, and I'm going to hope to have trains out next week out on the layout for Easter weekend. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Happy railroading.